Hello, it is Vendetta, and we are gonna go into another replay. Alright, so I ended up adding this guy as a friend, Resolut. I did post a comment on his Steam profile saying, oh yeah, by the way, you know, I have a YouTube channel, I'm going to post your battle, my YouTube channel is this, that and the other. And he just replied in Russian or something. So, I mean, Resolut, if you are watching, hopefully you can roughly listen to English. It'd kind of be helpful on your part. Anyway, I would love to have another match against all the people I show on YouTube. And this was a good match. I did enjoy it. It was a very tough one, as always. And as I quite rightly remember, he had a very colourful army. Looked rather pretty. So we shall jump into this match. And I've also got my mouse back. My mouse should be showing. I just had my dinner. Before dinner I did that other battle. I recorded that other commentary. What commentary did I do? Can't remember. The modern one, that was it. With those two ninjas. Okay. Let's go into the armies. So, Nagi attendants covering the sides and the front. I've then got some bow warrior monks, just in case there's a bit of skirmishing. Matchlock warrior monks before chomping down enemy units and scaring them. When you have matchlock units, people generally don't want to engage you straight away, just because of the sheer power of matchlock. Then I have my shock troopers, as always. Then I have Naginata samurai. I have some more Naginata samurai here, but obviously these guys were depleted, so that wasn't very good. Yes, Toby, shut up. Toby in the corner there. I'll talk to him in a minute. Mother Nagi, Katana Hero. These guys can make or break games. Very useful units. In my other tough battle I posted on Monday. Yeah, Monday. They were kind of the game winners for me. And then I got some Naginata warrior monks, just because I could. And then there's Captain Cabinet. All of us got some more Katana troops. I'm also fielding some Yari Cav, and I'm also fielding my painstaking archers on horseback. You know them as the Bow Cav. Okay, he's got some Nagi attendants for capping buildings. As I said, his army is very colourful, it's very, very nice. Let him move out quick, just so I can see his army. So, I always have a very lovely formation, don't I? So, here's his colourful army. He's got some Yari Ashigaru, backed up by, looks like, Katana infantry. Yeah, Katana samurai, lone sword. Katana samurai air. He then has a hero unit, a hero Naginata. He's then got some Yari Sam. He's then got some hero Katana. He's then got some warrior monks, some more warrior monks. And he's got another hero. And he's got some Naginata samurai. So an extremely tough army. Very, very tough melee army to go against. He's then got his general, and he's got some bow samurai. I don't really use my bow samurai very often. I just usually go for my bow monks, although I do need to use them a bit more. He's then got some Yari Cav, what are these guys called? Spears of Agony, it's quite a cool name. And then he's got some more Yari Cav. So this is going to be the chosen battleground of these two armies. His melee component is a lot stronger than mine, has to be said. I always go for a very, very balanced army. You'll notice in a lot of my battles I usually go for attendants up front, and usually some bows and then some warrior monks. It's just armies are very reluctant to face you off if you have got some matchlocks, especially if you've got heavy gunners and matchlocks. It's probably the worst combination to go against. Oh, he's got some katana cav over there as well, forgot to mention that. So he's starting to put some firing arrows into my bow monks, which is good. It's how you should be doing it. This guy obviously knows how to skirmish effectively. I think we're the same rank. We are. No, he's 2 ranks ahead, but I mean still, as I said, this is a very tough grind out battle. You'll find that usually when people are the same rank as you, it's a very, or roughly the same rank, it's usually a grind out battle. Like my very polite German friend, that was more or less a grind out battle, even though I think it was like 2 or 3 levels below me. Still very tough. So now we're unleashing into his men. Hello, are you there? Ah! Oh my god! No, is the answer to that. So, he's still focusing down my bow monks. I've retreated my matchlocks, because what I usually want to do, so you are not there. Magic. Okay. So now he's moving his attendants, which is a good move, because I'll move my guys to engage, and then his units will go for the shrine. So it's always a good move. Now my micromanagement was poor here, as I do remember he did. This was like my first battle in a while, so my micro was poor. I did say to the guy, you know, this is my first battle. I'm really sorry. You probably win this. But he waited for me to start up and everything, so I usually add people who wait for me to start first. Now at this point I should have just charged all my men in while his was slowed down. And this is how the battle shall take place. It's a very, very pretty, colourful army, isn't it? Yes, Toby, go away. Stop pestering me. I'll play League of Legends in a minute. So I see that I'm pretty much going to lose all these fights, so I start to unleash. Volleys in, then I see that I've pretty much lost my flank. But it's too late, pretty much, and I charge my general in. I love doing this. I'll just charge in my general and then just go straight for him. Oh, sorry, I decided to go away for a second then. Okay, so I do really like charging in my general straight away and then just popping him in standard fight. I don't know what it is, but I think there should definitely be some sort of stat where like the closer your general is to the actual fighting, the more your morale should be lifted. That would be a pretty cool idea. But really, I think it was his monks that sort of won this flank for him, because he ran in, popped down some war cries, and my guys just started to cry a little bit. And I definitely put my war cry on though. Sometimes I do forget to do it, which is probably why they go a bit pear-shaped whenever I engage. But at the moment, it's kind of a grind-out match. It's definitely going his way. He's filled in more men. My Naginatas are beginning to waver a little bit. So is my Katana, but they've all got, they've all got about 70-80 men each. But I think it's because of this Nagi attendant got behind. At this point, I think I'm probably going to lose this, so I just charge straight for his general. Try and take his general out. Some little cool animations there for you. It's just, I didn't actually realise until now how many hero units he had. I mean, bloody hell. If you want a good kind of rush army, this is a pretty decent one. It's monk on monk here. I'm expecting some sick martial artist type combat to be going on there. And in the back play, he's just cleaning up. And that's pretty much how the battle unfolded. So this is yet another battle. My Katana hero is still on like full-on morale. It's unbreakable. Yeah, this is pretty much how the battle unfolded. I did end up losing it. I think it was the first battle I'd played in a while as well. And oh, there he is. Resolut is on. He's playing. So yeah, this is how the battle unplayed. Unplayed, unravelled. Oof, someone looks like they're getting finished off there. There's one of my Katana heroes. Urgh. Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. And there we go, and there's some guy desperately crawling on the floor. So that is battle number 12. A very colourful army. Things I would have done differently. Definitely would have moved up my bow cav to try and kite him a little bit, try and distract him. Probably would have met him. I probably would have charged my Naginata attendants down into the river, and then I would have put my matchlocks onto the hill. Like, so the gradient, they would have been stood on the higher ground. They would have been able to shoot down at his men. Possibly his general would have been a good idea. My micromanagement was poor on the flanks. Really should have guarded them well, which pretty much rendered my bow cavalry completely useless. And I should have ended up charging in my whole army as well, and definitely trying to stick them into a closer huddle as well. Because I mean, if your units are kind of bolted together, their resolution and their their morale will be a little bit stronger because they've got a bit more presence in the battle. So there we go. There are the stats. I still dealt a heavy blow to him. It wasn't an easy victory, even though he did have quite a number of units left. But see, I like to bring a nice balanced army, so whenever I go against someone who's full on skirmish, or if they're full on melee like he was, it's kind of quite difficult. I mean, you can combat it pretty well, but it comes down to the tactics you use. I mean, there I did play very poorly, and I did just kind of let him do what he wanted. And there we go. My Naginata did very well. Matchlocks did pretty damn well. And then from there on, it just goes downhill. Oof, Katana Lord did very well. Yeah, I mean, as I said, he did have a lot of bloody hero units that racked up 130 kills. That is retarded. Did very well. Even his bow samurai did fairly well, getting up 50 kills. And as you saw there as well, he did use some attendants, well not attendants, but he used Yareshigaru as means of meat shielding from my matchlocks, which was a very, just consolidates my idea of meat shielding. Definitely a useful thing. I mean, in the other tough battle, the reason he lost was because his hero units weren't, like the hero Nodachi, wasn't shielded from my matchlock, so I managed to cut them down quickly, cut them down to 5 men, and their sort of fight in the battle was minimal. Whereas what he did, he managed to guard his heroes with meat shields and hide them at the back and then bring them out at the appropriate moment. So there we go, that is Battle 12. I do hope you enjoyed it.